I can't predict which way that's going to go.
Then how do you know it's going to be a completely different country?
Bill O'Reilly was on Chris Cuomo's show, and I thought he made a good point about how fast things change right now. And I've tried to illustrate this a little bit earlier, that so much is going to happen right now that it's a little hard to garner how much this election of 2 days ago will matter when we get to these elections next year.
This has nothing to do with the midterms, zero. And the reason is so many things are going to happen between now and this time next year. And it's going to be a completely different country than it is now. Now, I can't predict which way that's going to go.
Then how do you know it's going to be a completely different country?
Because there are so many things that have to be decided. There are too many undecideds. And you can start with the Supreme Court ruling on the tariffs. You can start on that. But that will give Trump then a free field to see if in the next 8 months the tariffs can kick in to bring prices down and to help people. That's what the midterms are all about. It's about economics here. It's not about China. It's not even about Putin. It's about that.
Okay, so if Bill is right, that this is about economics, and let's put aside some of the identity politics and jihad stuff around Mamdani, if that ultimately these young people that aren't particularly bright and are confused about the issues and don't understand why socialism is bad and blah, 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 for whatever reason, if they think there's an economic problem, and yesterday we illustrated that there are problems, right? They're having trouble getting into the housing market. They feel like their dollar's not going as far. We now know there's plenty of evidence that a 30-year-old today will not have it as good as their parent when they were 30. That, as Scott Galloway pointed out, that kind of breaks down what the societal contract is, which is that your children will have it better than you do. So if O'Reilly is right about that, then Trump has to do some stuff quick. Now, it doesn't all happen overnight. Think about the 4 years that we were under between the endless amount of people that came into this country, the Inflation Reduction Act, which actually increased inflation, the backdrop of all of the COVID lunacy and the amount of money that was printed and people not going to work and staying home and all of those things. Like, I don't know how much Trump can fix at once. When I go to the grocery store right now, from what I can see, prices have come down a bit. Eggs have come down a bit. A pound of beef has come down a bit. Butter has gone down a bit. Gas prices definitely are down. But if that is not being seen across the country, or if that is not scaling in a way that's clicking in the mind of young people, and again, all the tariff stuff hasn't landed yet, right? So if that stuff isn't happening fast enough by the midterms, then Trump's got to do something. Again, it may not be fair. It may not be right. But if it's just the way people are feeling about then he's going to have to address it.